let me start out by saying, I want to give a shout out to some folks who've come from really far away. Well, some have come from across town. My cheat sheet says here, Emory, Clemson, that's a little farther away. Columbus State, Texas Southern, now we're going to Houston, and now we're going to Baltimore, Morgan State. So thank you for coming so far, and I've already met with some of you, and the reason you're here is exactly because you're thinking about the very same things that we are also thinking about. That is the relationship between the STEM disciplines and the humanities and social sciences. So, special shout out number 2 is this event could only happen because of a fantastic team. You see 2 members of the team. Some of you are familiar with them right now, but it's all about 30 faculty, students, staff, volunteers that are helping for this to come about. And so those of you who have been helping with this event, I just want you for a moment to please stand up and be recognized. These are our student ambassadors, one of the finest group of students you'll ever get the chance to meet. At this point, I'd like to ask to the stage Dr. Paul Kohn, who is our Vice Provost for Enrollment, and beyond that, a friend of the liberal arts. Welcome, Dr. Kohn.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think I want to use this. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. It's a privilege to be here at the historic Academy of Medicine, where history, innovation, and progress have intersected, not unlike our topic for today, the importance of humanizing STEM. Before I go any further, though, I'd like to express a heartfelt thanks to Richard Utz for, yes. For his leadership and hard work since the departure of the former dean. His role as interim dean has been an example of the cornerstone that Richard has been to the Ivan Allen community for so many years, but I believe that Dean Husband Feeling is also with us this morning. I don't want to put her on the spot, but is she still in the auditorium? No, okay. To our esteemed faculty, scholars, researchers, students, staff, and community members, welcome. Today promises to be both thought-provoking and hopefully inspiring series of discussions and exchanges, and I hope that you're ready to engage. Georgia Tech is a globally recognized leader in science, technology, mathematics, and engineering, fields that drive the future of innovation. However, it's important to remember that a well-rounded student and a well-rounded education includes the liberal arts and is essential for the success of those students and for the future of our society. Humanizing STEM is key to fulfilling our institute's mission to develop leaders who advance technology to improve the human condition. Liberal arts have always been a part of Georgia Tech, but it wouldn't be until 1990 that the Ivan Allen College of Liberal Arts was established to provide a human-centered approach to innovation. At IAC, we are reminded every day of the invaluable role that the liberal arts, social sciences, and humanities play in shaping well-rounded individuals. These disciplines foster critical thinking, cultural awareness, ethical reasoning, and effective communication. IAC continues the work of its namesake, whose tenure as mayor of our city transformed it by combining concepts that often seemed very far apart. When we talk about the future of education at Georgia Tech, we are talking more about than producing engineers, computer scientists, and innovators. We're talking about cultivating citizens. individuals who can think critically about the social and ethical implications of their work, who can communicate their ideas clearly, and who can empathize with others from different cultures and perspectives. IAC's faculty and instructors connect students with the art, culture, and societal perspectives that lead to better leaders and more creative engineers and scientists. I'm in charge of enrollment management here at Georgia Tech, so from an enrollment perspective, Georgia Tech's appeal is driven partly by the diverse array of academic offerings. Imagine if we were solely an institution of engineering and computer science. While these fields are critical, such a narrow academic focus would make our institution less interesting, less innovative, and ultimately less desirable for prospective students. The presence of majors in humanities, social sciences, and liberal arts is vital to maintaining the richness of our academic environment. It helps us stand out amongst our peers and ensures that Georgia Tech is a place where diverse ideas converge to inspire new ways of thinking and new ways of problem solving. We want our students to be adaptable, to be able to lead with both technical expertise and a deep understanding of the world around them. We want them to be ready to navigate not only the technical challenges of the 21st century, but also the societal ones. A powerful example of this was made evident to me at an earlier version of an event like this one. It was about humanistic perspectives in the sciences. I think also partly put together by Dean Utz, Richard Utz. At that day, I listened intently as our guest speaker described the exchanges between MIT and Harvard leadership. This was following the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And the speaker made some very powerful points excerpted from the letters exchanged between the leadership of those two leading institutions. But basically, to, in a nutshell, say, dealing with the implications of nuclear capability would be much more a matter for the humanists than for the physicists. And if you've recently seen Oppenheimer or paid attention to some of that, then you know that it's almost 10 years later since the event that I'm talking about. It's still very, very true that the liberal arts provide the foundation for the adaptability that is necessary to succeed in our society and is central to our mission, as I said, of developing leaders who advance technology to improve the human condition. I'm confident that today's discussions will reaffirm the vital importance of the liberal arts in STEM education and spark new ideas about how we can continue to integrate these fields for the benefit of students, society, and our scholarship. I'd like to once again thank everyone who is here. It's important to have your participation so we can learn more about the best way to engage with this content in a time of such dynamic change. Despite the change, we will adhere to what President Cabrera once said, without liberal arts, Georgia Tech cannot deliver on its mission. We recognize this and celebrate liberal arts for all it has done to make life better for us all. I hope today's presentations will inspire, that you'll see the immense benefits of integrating humanities and social sciences with STEM disciplines. This integration prepares all of us to be better problem solvers, equipped not only with the technical skills, but also with the empathy, cultural awareness, and a vision toward the greater good. Thank you again for being here, and I look forward to a fruitful and inspiring event. I'll turn it back over to Richard now. Thank you.
All right, Paul, thank you so much. You're probably going to hear a lot today about the following term that just comes up, in the news all the time. Variations of this are going to be part of the presentations, and they will run something like technology is always in the headlines. We're in a world that is shaped by technology. And so for this event and for what we do in Ivan Allen College, I'd like to propose a slightly different lens And that lens is that of a vision of a world that is shaped by the enduring humanistic and social values that are, I believe, at the heart of what we do in Ivan Allen College. Let's call it something like progress with purpose. And that purpose must be to serve humanity. Okay. There we go. I hope it's not moving anymore. So we just had an example of something that wasn't in my script. Technology can obviously empower us. It does empower us. It makes life easier in many ways. It can bring us closer. I speak with my mom in Germany every day on FaceTime. It can even pull back the layers of history to hear voices from the past. And when you're at Georgia Tech, we're really fortunate to be in one of the great engines of technological innovation. I mean, all across campus, just look at our daily digest. You know, researchers are working on cleaning our atmosphere, democratize science, improving healthcare. It's really inspiring to be part of that. And that's one of the reasons that many of us are here. Now, technology can also, not work. That wasn't in the script. It can isolate us. It can dehumanize us and can disempower us. And I think that's where we in the liberal arts matter the most. I think it's in fact when the humanists, social scientists, and STEM colleagues work shoulder to shoulder that we can ensure technological innovation works for us and not against us. And that's what I call progress with purpose. Now, if you're wondering whether this is something new in Ivan Allen College, because as Paul said, we were founded in 1990, actually, the liberal arts have been part of this institution since day one. In this year, that would be 139 years ago. Nowadays, we're teaching students about the ethics of AI and machine learning. We deepen STEM students' understanding of complex equations by asking them to perform them on stage. Have you tried that before? We probe the myriad roles of the human voice in music, marketing, culture, medicine, and technology. We're finding ways to mesh human creativity and technology. You may have read about this one. We recently staged the world's first collaborative AI dance performance. That's what I mean. That's what I mean by progress with purpose. Let's try this again. By the way, the cover of the Dean's Report that you have in your hands, that was given to you when you came in, was done by one of our alumni. And you can read about her in the Dean's Report. So I really encourage you to look at that report because I can't possibly make mention of all the things that we're doing. But just the last academic year, which is what this report is about, tells you how we help policymakers understand the interconnections between health policy and economics. We're involved in creating Georgia's first climate action plan. We explore the challenges of autism in communities of color, improve emergency alerts for people with disabilities, offer pathways to policy program in Washington, D.C., and we recover the stories of enslaved people. We do all of that in Ivan Allen College. So do students see the value of that? Yes, they absolutely do. Since 2020, our enrollment, no, not the enrollment, I shouldn't say, our applications to our college have gone up by 59%. 59% in 20 years. And I'm looking at Shitakshi Dongni here, who's saying this year it's actually even going to be beyond this and add even a higher percentage of this. So do students see the value of what we do? And if all of you want to support our students and us in what we do, then at the very end of the Dean's Report, yes, that's what deans do. They talk about the capital campaign. And at the very end of our Dean's Report, you can find a way to support many of the things that I've been talking about. So, because contrary to popular misinformation, a liberal arts education does set you up for success. Our job placement record and our alumni confirm it. And I'm getting towards the end. I just want to share with you what one of our students says about her path here. This is Drea Lewis, who owns 2 businesses, one in film production and one in home health care. She says, my Avon Allen degree empowers me to navigate rapidly evolving technologies, understand diverse cultural contexts, and contribute meaningfully to the ethical and creative dimensions of both entertainment and healthcare. So Drea is out there using the tools she acquired here with us to improve entertainment and healthcare, and that's what I call progress with purpose. So today's event, we're going to have absolutely fantastic speakers. They will explain in detail and with great examples how the humanities and social sciences are more important than ever. And then after each of our invited speakers, one of our own faculty leaders will share how the liberal arts humanize STEM right here in Ivan Allen College as a response to the original presentations. By deliberately integrating humanities, social sciences, and STEM, we're creating a better future, one driven by empathy, ethics, and a shared sense of humanity. And we're going to get better science and technology to boot, as Paul reminded us. So yes, we do need technology, but we need technology that serves humanity. We do need code, but if you ask me, we need humanity embedded in every line of code. And yes, we need progress, but we need progress with humanity as our purpose. That's the vision for today's event, so let's get started. Thank you.